Hey, this is Todd Nuke'em, and I'm fortunate to be sitting with a couple of the gentlemen from Coast. Tell me your names again.
Chris and James.
Chris and James from Coast, and we got them here tonight at Club 50 West. And first of all, the album comes out like in a month, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there's an EP that's out, like we're playing the song Ocean.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's a couple of other tracks that are out there, like I like this other song that's I saw on YouTube, A Rush of Blood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Tell us about how you got from there to where you are now.
Basically, our record's taken quite a long time to finish. We've been a band for, as Coast for the last 3 or 4 years. And so it's taken, all the songs we've written have been like kind of a documentation of our band's existence over that course of time. And so some of the songs we've had for like 4 years, and they've taken on different guises along the way. They've changed like structure and all that and stuff. And so, yeah, it's been like a long journey to get the record done. Some of the songs are slightly newer, like Modern Love's like quite a new track. We only wrote like this year, so.
Very good. How did you guys get together to even start the band?
We all met at a university or college in the UK. We're from all over the UK, which the UK is really small, so it doesn't seem that far apart. But in the UK, we all live fairly far apart. So.
Now, did you finish school, or did you drop out, and are your parents pissed?
We finished.
Okay,
we made sure we got it done.
Just about. Yeah.
But none of us studied music. We just really enjoyed it, and we kind of used to just sneak into the music rooms and just jam together. Really, it kind of just started there. It was a bit of fun. It was a bit more of a hobby then.
Yeah, it was really organic, wasn't it? How it started, really. We were just all mates and just decided that we'd bunk off lessons and in our free time go into the studios, which weren't actually being used by music students, funnily enough. So, yeah, it was a really organic thing. It was just like a bunch of friends just messing around for quite a long time.
And then here you are. Now, when I listen to the music, I hear a lot of different influences. I mean, I hear kind of traces of some of the even older bands like Echo and the Bunnymen, even pieces of things, little bits of Coldplay and things here and there. Like, yeah. So, am I?
You're absolutely explaining exactly what we're into. We're into like all different types of music. There's elements of like house music in there, like electronic music. There's also elements of like old 80s, pop, rock, and that sort of thing. So, and we listen to pop music as well, to varying degrees in the band. So that naturally informs what we're writing. And
the whole album is just basically genres we like, and we've always listened to, and then from there it's just they've all been put into this one album really. So it's the whole album is pretty different, I guess, because of that reason. But for us, that's a good thing.
And so we'll see the album coming out in September. And I think you guys have been through at least Salt Lake at least once before.
Twice. We played the same place. Is it the Complex?
The Complex,
yeah. We played there with Bad Sons in January, February, and then came back again a couple of months later. And then
back again tonight. So that's good. And how's the reception been? Are people liking it?
Yeah, every time we played here, it's been really, really good. Actually, the crowds have been really responsive. And,
seem to know our songs, which is fantastic.
We have like a really cool, organic fan base in America, which has grown through online, we're pretty indebted to the online forums and stuff. So the turnouts have been really great, and the reaction we get's really really good, really energetic.
It's so hard to get an understanding of what your fans are like in other countries. Back home, because we're always there, you do get an understanding. Roughly in what areas how big you are. But you come over here and it always feels a little bit,
Yeah, it's like, how's tonight going to be?
Yeah.
But we've been pleasantly surprised. Like every time we've been here, it's been really good.
When you're in the UK and even in parts of Europe, I mean, you get a chance to play any of the bigger music festivals that go on?
Yeah, we've played loads of festivals this summer. Actually, we've played quite a few in the US on this stint, like Lollapalooza and Osheaga, and we played Coachella back in April.
Swanish Festival as well.
Yeah. But
some great ones.
In Europe, we've played loads too. When we get back, we're playing Reading and Leeds, but we played Glastonbury and Tea in the Park and a few others. So, yeah,
that's great exposure. Like after you play these bigger shows, you feel the fan base kind of discovering you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Twitter and that is great for accelerating those sort of things. The interaction you get online is really good, and it helps build.
Very good. And when you're in America and you're touring in such a big place geographically, I mean, it's a different experience when you're driving or flying like you guys had to last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was saying, the UK is so small, and so between each show, it's only like an hour or two to the next venue. Whereas here, it can be 8 hours, or sometimes we've had like 11-hour drives at times. So Yeah, it's a completely different way of touring, but it's great. We absolutely love America.
We always used to complain back home before we came over here. We'd have a 4-hour journey, and we just think that was the worst possible thing. But now, once we're over here, we get a 4-hour journey, and that's a short one. You know?
We've gotten well into our like HBO series and
Yeah.
all that. So I think the lads are watching The Sopranos at the moment. I'm
Currently
just
watching.
finishing Game of Thrones. I'm late to the party, so
That's a great way to kill time, right?
it is absolutely, man, definitely.
Where are you off to after tonight? Are you heading toward Denver?
We
or-
drive. We've got one more show then, and it's just in San Francisco. So we've got a day off tomorrow. So we're driving like the majority of the way. I think we're staying in Reno. Gonna have a gamble. So yeah,
Well, that'll be an experience for you.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Have you ever been to Reno before?
I think we have. I think we drove through there potentially.
Cool.
The name rings a bell anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm not
Well,
sure.
if you're spending the night there, then you'll have stories afterwards.
Yeah, right. I've heard it's a pretty interesting place. So
All right, well, we look forward to the show tonight. Thanks for spending some time with us.
thanks very much.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Cool. We good?
Right.
Sweet.
Thank you.